Hey, what's up? This is Cypher Marcello Kearns, reign back up in this anti-Illuminati all day, anti-telepathy all day, anti-America all day, anti-copy all day, and everybody whatever you have. But so, um, this video basically is gonna be about the contradictions. This probably gonna be a little campaign too. This gonna be a little mini campaign, okay? Because it's a lot of contradictions, and in America, it's not. Excuse me. It's not about who you are. It's not about what you do. It's who you are. You know. It's not about what you do. It's about who you are. You know. So I'm going to show you how you have people that will talk about gay this, gay that. They will talk about. They will talk about pedophilia, and I'm going to show you how they really feel. First example of that is first example of that first example of that is DMX role on Belly. Like on Belly, he played the dude, and no disrespect to DMX. Of course, I like DMX. I grew up on his music when I was a kid. You know, I was 16, 17-year-old listening to DMX. But on Belly, which is a classic movie. By the way, this video is no disrespect to him. It's about these people out here. It's about these fake people that act like they're against something, but they're really not in America. You know what I'm saying? You're not. At least you're not vocal about it. At least you're not proactive about it. Let's put it like that. When it comes to certain people that you are endeared with and that you love, you don't say nothing about the questionable things that they do. You know, so that's what this video is about. So in Belly, Tommy had a relationship where he was getting oral sex from this female since she was 11, which you can clearly see. Well, in the video, in the actual movie, she at that time she's 16, so it's 5 years later. But you can definitely see Tommy is probably about, what, 26 in the movie? He ain't 18. So he's at least, let's just say Tommy's about 22 or 23, which, yeah, maybe 22, 23, which is what? 6 years? So he was 17. It's safe to say he had to been a minimum of 6 years stretch between them. So while she was 11, he was 17, which is not okay by most people's standard. In my opinion, that's the contradiction. You know, I would say that he was older than that, though. I don't think he was in the movie 22? Probably not. He's probably a little bit older. I think he's about 20. He looked like he about 26 based on his physique. That character could not be not 22. Nah, no. That character he was even younger than that. So, I mean, older than that. He was probably, like I said, about 26. Based on the physique that he had in Belly, the person they were trying to portray him to be had to be based on how he looked. He couldn't have been 18. So he probably was about, like I said, 10 years older than her, which means He was probably about what, 20 something, and she was 11. Bottom line is, most likely he was a man while she was 11. I would say that we can agree on that. He was a man when she was 11. Because in the clip in the movie, she was talking. She said she had been uh, giving him Falacio since she was 11. So he was a man at least. He wasn't her age. So 7 years older would be a man. And she was 11. If she, come on now. If they're not the same age presently, in the movie, he sure wasn't 16. 7 years older would be about 23, which we definitely know Tommy was at least 23. So at 11, that would make him 18. Which means Tommy basically was a pedophile. Technically speaking. If he was an adult and she was a child, because kids mess around. If they're under the age of 18, I don't call it, that's not a pedophile. That's not possible by definition. It's not possible by definition. A pedophile is someone who is an adult. Okay? First of all, they are an adult that have sexual activity with children. That's why I'm telling you, 40 states allowing adults to have sex with children. That's why this is so dangerous. Because by definition, a pedophile is someone that is a fully adult. You don't get to pick the age they are. They are an adult, 18 and older, that chooses to engage in real-time sexual activity with someone that's under the age of 18. By definition, that's what legally, by definition, that is a pedophile. Because it's in the brain. So if two children are together, how's that a pedophile? Because they're not perceiving to be with them because they're a child, like an adult would. A child with a child is not saying, ooh, I sure want to be with that young child. There's not another child doing that. But an adult can do that and say, ooh, gee, I would love to be with a child. That's a pedophile. In your mind, you're saying that. That person is saying that. But a child can't do that. A child can't say, ooh, I would love to be with another child. They don't think like that. So they're experimenting and doing things. However, a pedophile is someone who is fully an adult and you're aware you're an adult, and you are looking back to playing around children. And see, that's basically what Tommy was doing. Tommy was reaching back and playing with girls, and he was an adult. And here's the punchline. None of y'all had nothing to say. None of y'all had nothing to say and that's a classic in the black community. If you haven't seen Belly and you're between 35 and 55, something's wrong. If you are a spiritual person or a religious person, I give you a pass. But everybody else, that's a little strange. Okay, so basically, this was a blockbuster. Okay, this movie. Okay, and the black community embraces this movie wholeheartedly. There was no stigma with the character of Tommy, played by DMX. No one said really anything about it. Right? But it's obvious that the girl said she was 11 and she had been giving him fellatio and giving him head since she was that age. And so we can all agree that character Tommy was an adult. Had to be. Because she's 16 talking about it right there in the movie. So, the person that's playing Tommy DMX with the physique that he has to be at least 23. He gotta be 23 or better. Okay? So that tells you 7 years apart, she was 11, that he was 18. That's the difference. And y'all said nothing about that. Y'all said nothing about that. We know that character was an adult. Okay? We know he had to be. Because that girl said she's 16. Tommy in the movie is not 16. Tommy has to be, I would say 25 to 26. Mid-20s easy. You look at his character, even at the end of the movie when he's doing the assassination attempt on the preacher, you can clearly see he gotta be mid-20s. In that character, being a mercenary, being a hitman, he gotta be at least, come on, he's not 20. He's not portraying a 20-year-old. He's not portraying a 20-year-old. Nah, no. Tommy is not a 20-year-old about to attempting to assassinate a guy. You can look at his height, you can look at his build and the physique. We can even go back and see what the age that Tommy was supposed to be in the movie. That would end it, right? That would end the debate. But the bottom line is, we can agree that he's at least 23 when at the time, which makes him and that girl 7 years apart, which means he was a legal adult when she was 11. They were at 7 years apart, 18. And none of y'all said nothing. None of y'all had no problems with that. None of y'all actually celebrated the movie. I'm just trying to show you how it's not what you do, it's who you are. It's not what you do, even pedophilia, it's not about that. I'm showing you how it's a movie showing you this. It's so shocking, how can you forget it? It's a part of the movie that no one forgets. I couldn't forget it. It's a part that you can't forget. And yet here you are being hypocritical because you didn't have a problem with DMX doing it, portraying a pedophile. You didn't have a problem with that because it looked cool. It looked like it was hip hop. You didn't have a problem with that. Boom. As long as it got a little flavor to it, you all right with it, huh? As long as it got a little boom bap to it, as long as it got a little beat to it, it's all right, right? Got a little beat to it, it's all right, right? Got a little jazz and funk to it, it's all right, right? And this is what people don't realize. You accepted that. You can tell even how he was, interacting with his girlfriend when she found out that he did it. How he was, having sex with her. This was not a 20-year-old guy. He was not portraying a 20-year-old guy. Okay? He was not portraying a 20-year-old guy. You could tell how he was making love to the woman. You could tell how he was talking to her, interacting with her. If you look at the character through the whole movie, you can tell he's not 20. He's got to be at least 23 to 25. I'd say 25, 26, something like that. Considering all the things he was caught up in, considering everything he did, about that age, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's to me, that's where the hypocrisy comes in. Because nobody ain't gonna say nothing about that. You ain't gonna say nothing about that. So that proves that you are biased. Even with pedophilia. It doesn't matter who it is. It's not about what people do. It's not about what you do. It's who you are. You didn't have a problem with DMX doing it. You didn't have a problem with him portraying a pedophile in the movie. You didn't have a problem with that. You didn't. I didn't hear nobody say nothing about it. I haven't heard anybody say nothing about it. But yet, y'all first in line talking about protect children, protect the children. I'm just saying, bro. I mean, I'm showing, like, to me, it makes common sense to me. You know why it makes common sense? Because humans contradict themselves. I mean, I can even talk about how all the booty shaking videos, where you have booty shaking and twerking in one part of the video, in the rap video, and then you got kids dancing all around like y'all in the African country. You ever seen how kids act in the African country? I mean, there's no disrespect. I'm just saying, but they all jumping around and all this. Y'all have booty shaking on one segment part of the video, and then you will turn around and have kids running around and jumping in front of the camera like they're in the Africa move, like they're in Africa. I know I'm right. I know I'm right. They jumping around all in front of the videos, and this ain't got nothing to do with kids. You're talking about having sex with children, adults. You've got girls shaking their butts, and you know those kids are going to want to see themselves in the video. So they got to go watch and sit and watch all of this shaking the butts, all to see themselves in the video. What kid you know going to be in a video, in a rap video, and not want to see it? That part. They're going to sit there, and their parents is going to let them do it, and sit there and smoke and drink and laugh and everything. And the kids gonna keep rewinding it over and over again. I know how kids are. You know I'm right. They're gonna keep rewinding it over and over. And in the meanwhile, while they're rewinding it over and being a kid, messing up, halfway getting it, they seeing all this butt shaking all in their face. And then you wonder why some of the girls are even gay. They've been rewinding videos. Seeing butts clap. And then you the first in line talking about protect the children. We got to protect our children. We got to protect our children from you. Want to be 100 about it? I could do that though, bro. I could do that. If people, that's what they want to do, I could pick all these videos and show you how you got butt clapping in one part of the video, and you got black children in the hood running around in the videos like it's an African, like they glad to see, like a plane coming down, like you a plane coming down in Africa. They all half laughing and running into the videos. I could do that. I could pick apart the whole African hip hop culture and show you how you contradict yourself. Because kids shouldn't be in those videos. It's grown men sitting back, getting oral sex, watching these videos, and then you have kids in the other part of the video. You think he stopped getting head? You think he stopped getting oral sex because he see the kids in the video? Man, you don't know the world people live in. They just throw on your music, throw on your videos, start snorting lines of coke, shooting back, taking back shots of Jack Daniel, and getting head watching your videos where they think they're gonna see butt clapping. That's probably what they set out to see. But you got just like black people, you got everybody in your videos. Say it like Suge Knight say, all in the videos. I'm just being real with you, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And then I could easily say, man, kids shouldn't be in those videos, bruh. I mean, because you talking about this, that, and the third. It's things that kids shouldn't even be entertaining in their minds. You know what I'm saying? These are how children get sexual thoughts. Some would say you are the ones that provoke the sexual thought. Come on now. You making these hip hop videos. These kids do know they're not stupid. They're not innocent. And you're not and you're part to blame, some would say. They started to figure out what all these words mean, what all these terms mean. And then you wonder why they get turned out so early. Then you want to blame a preacher. Then you want to but you don't never blame these rap leaders. You want to blame these preacher leaders though. Turning out all the kids. What about your music turning out kids? What about that, bruh? I mean, I know you heard it so much that you're desensitized, but listen to it from a fresh ear with me. Listen to it from a fresh perspective with me. What about your music? What about how your music gets in the ears of kids and they're laying in the bed getting turned on listening to your music? I mean, kids are human after all. Kids are human after all. You got these little boys see all this booty clapping and see all these booties in the video. You don't think he think about that? You don't think that does something to his psyche to see all these big butts bouncing all around and all that? You don't think that does nothing? Yeah, I know in a perfect world you want to believe that it doesn't have anything to do with why these kids are getting turned out. I know in a perfect world you don't think the kids get turned on by seeing these kids get turned on seeing these big butts. I know you don't want to admit that these kids are getting turned on from that. But that's reality, bruh. And I could easily say, hey, you doing the work of pedophiles, bruh. You putting kids in videos, halfway child porn, because you got butts and booties, which is soft porn, basically. Much as the butts is shaking and all the going on, that's soft porn, basically. Soft porn meets children parades in half of these hip hop videos. 1 minute you got a booty, 1 minute you got a booty parade, and 1 minute you got a child parade. Make up your mind, bruh. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense, bruh. 1 minute you got a booty parade, and 1 minute you got a child parade, bruh. Make it make sense, man. That don't make sense. I never understood that, man. I mean, okay, I feel you, man. The kids in the neighborhood, but I never really felt that, man. I never thought that was cool. I mean, show the thugs. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Show the thugs. Let's see the thugs. Let's see the thugs from your hood. Let's see the real dudes from your hood. That's what I want to see. Let's show us how they look. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a city I ain't never seen. Maybe like a Cincinnati, something like that. Show us how the thugs look. I don't want to see the kids, man. I'm just being 100. I want to see, you talking about rap stuff, street stuff. Let's see how the thugs dress in your hood. Let's see how they carry themselves. Let's see that, bruh. Let's do booty parade and the thugs, how they look. Let's do that. Just that. That's all. It'll be all good. But you want to put everybody and their mama just like black people, man. You want to put everybody and their mama in the video. And it don't make sense. And you can't say no. What happened is half of y'all don't want to say no. Kids, you can't be in the video. Because that's the first thing happened. You come in the video, you show up, you got all these cameras, you got cars, everything. Kids are standing all around and they want to be in the video. And you high, tipsy, you say, oh, come on. You try to get that fatherly or motherly thing. Oh, come on, kids. Nah. You need to tell them, kids, this is grown. This is grown. Sorry. It's grown. You want somebody in your family to be in the video, tell your mama to come over here. That's real. You want somebody to come to the video, tell your mama to come over here. I tell your daddy to come over here. I tell some of your older cousins they can come and get in the video. You too young to be in the video. We don't want your face seen out in the world yet like that. And all really, I'm saying as far as adults, you shouldn't have your image all out there like that, because you can't get rid of it. Once it's out there, these days, it's over. You know what I'm saying? You can't go unless you're rich, And then if people have rights to whatever it is, good luck with that. Good luck with that. So, but we definitely don't want kids all out here with their image all out here. You know what I'm saying? So I could easily show you it's not what you do, it's who you are. You don't have no problem with it in the black community. Now, if white people did that, that's how you're going to see. Now, check this out. If you have white boys making videos, rock star videos, right? Rock, heavy metal videos. And 1 minute they turned up with each other. They got girls dancing around. Then you see kids out of nowhere. You see white kids. You see the difference? You done got desensitized. But think about it in heavy metal. You have and girls dancing all around and all this, doing this, and then they probably still do that. Okay, they doing all that, right? And then all of a sudden you see kids waving and stuff, little kids and stuff waving. It doesn't make sense. It's the same thing, bruh. It's the same thing, bruh. So that's what I'm saying, man. I never understood it. It just didn't make sense to me. Like, it's something I always ignored. I always ignored that part. It just didn't make sense. But now I understand it because it's just like everybody in the hood, everybody and their mama want to be in the video. You know what I'm saying? But that should be off limits to children because it's not children content. It's not children friendly at all. It's not, man. I mean, if you make a video totally talking about children, totally talking about something good and positive, okay. But if you say one thing that goes in the direction of adults, you gotta scratch them out the videos. It's too much of a contradiction. So, the whole culture, I could pick it apart. You wouldn't like it. But you already know, though. You already know this, though. That's why I don't let people play with me. You feel me? Because people been doing borderline pedophile stuff. How long? Consider these videos. When you got butts in one segment of the video, and you talking about all this crazy stuff, and then you got kids in the video. How long people been doing that? That's what I'm saying, man. Please don't play with me, man. Please.